If you own a 2017 or newer Can-Am Maverick X3, then you need to check out XDR's competition dual exhaust system. It's constructed of mandrel bent 409S stainless steel and will give your ride a moderately aggressive sound. XDR's bolt-on exhaust system is US Forest Service approved and won't affect the vehicle emissions. Follow along and I'll show you how to install one on this 2019 X3 Turbo. Take a moment to read and understand the instructions before installing your performance exhaust system. You can also use the front page of the instructions to verify the kit contents. Our first step is to remove the rear fascia panel. We'll have to modify this later to accommodate the dual exhaust system. Remove the 5 torque screws that are holding the rear fascia panel on and save them for later. Use a spring puller to carefully release the 4 springs holding the muffler to the exhaust flange. Next, we can remove the 4 bolts that secure the muffler to the frame. You'll find 2 bolts on either side of the muffler, securing it through the bracket. The passenger side is secured with 2 long bolts that pass through an aluminum spacer. The driver's side uses 2 shorter bolts. Now tilt the top of the muffler back slightly and you'll be able to remove it from the vehicle. Be sure to inspect the lead gasket on the end of your exhaust pipe. If it's damaged, you'll need to replace it. The cross-flow design of the XDR muffler and the large 2.5-inch inlet and 2.25-inch outlets help your engine breathe easier. Assemble the 2 heat shield halves together. Line up the 4 holes and place a bolt in each one of them. Then on the back side, place a washer, lock washer, and nut and tighten. Next, secure the heat shield to the muffler. There are 8 locations to fasten it. Use the included bolts, flat washers, lock washers, and nuts. The shield helps deflect exhaust heat away from the rear cargo area, which can ultimately cook your cooler. Once the shield is installed, we can tilt the new muffler into position and line up the inlet with the factory gasket. Using a spring tool, reinstall the 4 factory exhaust springs in the appropriate location. On the passenger side, insert the 2 longer bolts into one of the doubler brackets, then install it through the muffler mounting holes and aluminum spacer. Install the nuts and then tighten. Repeat the process on the driver's side using the 2 shorter bolts, then install the nuts and tighten. Now we can install the 3.5-inch stainless steel exhaust tips. Install one of the clamps on the opening of each exhaust tip. US Forest Service installed spark arrestors come already installed in both exhaust pipes. Place one of the clamps over the inlet flange. I like to hide the clamp bolt by placing it on the interior side of the pipe. Slide the tip onto the pipe, position the clamp so it overhangs the end of the tip about 1/8 of an inch, then tighten. Repeat the process for the other side, making sure to flip the clamp position to the inside of the pipe and tighten. XDR's stainless steel cross-flow design muffler, along with the large 2.5-inch inlet pipe and 2.25-inch mandrel bent outlets, will have your Can-Am sounding great and breathing easier. Next, we need to modify the factory rear fascia to accommodate our dual exhaust. Mask the outer edges of both sides with 2-inch wide masking tape. Draw a line approximately 1.5 inches in from the edge of the 3 lower segments. Using a cutting wheel or shears, remove this section from both sides of the fascia and clean up the edges. Remove any remaining masking tape, then install the rear fascia back onto the vehicle using the 5 torque screws that we removed previously, and we're done. With XDR's unique dual exhaust and aggressive sound, now everyone will know it's you when you come rolling up. Not to mention, it looks pretty sweet too. To learn more about XDR's full line of accessories for your off-road vehicle, visit us at Holley.com.